Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lauren. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how you can host the Archangels at your home. So if you're new to my channel, welcome. This video is basically going to be a little bit of a walkthrough of how to host the Archangels at your home. So if you don't want to watch the video and you just want the instructions, go onto my blog, which is linked down below, and that blog will basically show you everything, all the instructions you need to get started. So a little bit about this exercise. I can't take credit for it. It was a weird chain email that I got like years ago. I mean, chain emails, right? Like, do those even exist anymore? I don't know. And so this chain email came through and it basically said, here's how to host the Archangels, and when you're done, pass it along to the next person. So my friend sent this to me because she had just hosted the Archangels, and she, at the very end, needs to pass it along to another person. And so I have since done this twice, and I'm about to do it a third time. And you don't need somebody to send it to you to get started. You can start on this even though somebody didn't send it to you. You can assume that I sent it to you, Lauren sent it to you, so therefore you can host the Archangels at your home. The last two times that I did this, I had some crazy things happen. I think the second time that I did it, Archangel Michael came in to me on the first day and was like, I'm going to communicate to you through light. And I was like, okay, that's odd. And then the whole 5 days that they were there, my lights were flickering, and I think I had 6 or 7 light bulbs go out, and they were brand new. Like, they were like CFL bulbs. They were pretty good bulbs, and they burnt out. I think I'd maybe installed them like a month before. And even my husband noticed this and was like, those are new. So over the course of 5 days, you can either work with each of these 5 angels individually or all 5 of them all 5 days. There's Michael, Uriel, I'm having to double check, Gabriel, Raphael, and Metatron. So if you go to the blog in the link down below, I basically copied and pasted this chain email onto the blog, and it goes over basically all 5 of those archangels and kind of what they're all about. So Metatron is supposedly about children and kids, but if that doesn't resonate with you, don't feel like you can't connect with them. I've found that in the metaphysical community, some people really associate something with a guide or an angel, and they really have this strong feeling that that's what they're in their life to do. But that doesn't mean it's the same for everybody. You can connect with Archangel Uriel and feel something completely different than somebody over here. Maybe you really feel like they came in and helped you with your finances. Whatever it is, open up to what they are coming into your life to do, and don't assign it to any textbook or what anybody else says. And the reason I say this is because I found that spirits and guides are really variable, and they come into our lives for different reasons, and they help us with different things. And so if you say that this guide or this angel is only here for this purpose, then you're really limiting, what they can do and how they can help you. And we don't want to do that. They are capable of helping you out with more than just one thing in your life. I mean, they have more time and more energy than we do in this realm. So we don't want to limit that thinking and therefore ignore something that they might be sending our way. Now, I should back up and say here, even if you don't believe in angels, I think this exercise still works. Because I do not believe in angels in the sense of how Christianity and Catholicism looks at angels. And even in the metaphysical world, people put angels on a very hierarchy list of this is this one and this one's above that one, and so on and so forth. And the first time I did this, I didn't even believe in angels, but I sort of set the intention that whatever angels are, whatever this higher vibrational energy is, I'm going to connect with it. So, you can substitute the words out here, and honestly, you could substitute this out and just make it about spirit guides, I don't know, or any specific spirit guides that you want to work with. But as long as you know that they are high vibe and high intentions for your highest and best good, then you really can be connecting with the right spirits, if that makes sense. So you need 5 things to start this sort of ritual. The first thing is a flower. It asks for a white flower, but really it can honestly be any type of flower. The second thing you're going to need is a candle. I would not recommend a real candle if you're like me, who catches things on fire all the time. Do not do that. You can get a battery powered candle, and that works because basically you're supposed to have this candle lit the entire 5 days. If you're at home, you can swap to a real candle, totally fine. And I think I might do that for the last day, but be safe. The third thing you're going to want is a piece of paper and an envelope. And on this piece of paper, you're going to write 3 wishes. 1 wish for Mother Earth, 1 wish for your family, and 1 wish for you. You're going to put that piece of paper in the envelope and keep it next to your flower and candle. The fourth thing you're going to want is a piece of fruit. It doesn't even have to be fruit. You could do chocolate. You can do any sort of item that's not going to probably go rotten over the course of 5 days, but something edible that you are going to eat at the end. And you're going to place this with all the other things when you start this ritual. The fifth thing might take some time, and that is a clean and tidy house. And the intention behind this is, okay, you are welcoming in new guests, you're welcoming these angels into your home, and so therefore you need to pretend like they are really coming, and so clean your house like you would if a guest were arriving. And a lot of you are probably like, really, do I need to do this? And I mean, I guess you don't have to, but think about your intention when you set behind it. You are saying, I believe that these angels are real, and therefore I believe that they are coming into my house. And so, you know, my act of cleaning and making space for them is just, it's furthering that intention that you believe in them, that they're real, and that you would go out of your way to do something even though you can't see them, if that makes sense. So it's more about the intention behind the clean and tidy house. Don't think of it as if you have dirty dishes on your counter, like they're not going to show up or something. It's more about the belief that they are there. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and do this ritual and sort of vlog and film myself as I do it. At the beginning, you have to sort of say a little intention and welcome them into your home after you place everything out. Again, look at that blog if you want to know the exact details. And then at the end of 5 days, you sort of do the same. You blow out the candle. You, I think, eat the apple, and oh shoot, what else do you do? You burn the intentions or the wishes that you make. And I think you put the flower back out to like outside, out to Mother Earth, and return it from where it came. So I'll go over all of that. Again, check out that blog if you want to know the exactities of it. But basically now I'm going to go ahead and do it and share my experiences with you. And basically over the course of the 5 days, you're just supposed to pay attention, work with the angels, see if they affect your life in any way, and take note of it. And then at the end, you pass it on to the next people. So this is just a really fun thing. And I found every time I've done it, just inviting higher vibrational energies into your home and constantly being aware of them and constantly basically inviting them in every day. It's crazy how much the energy can shift in your home. So I think of this as a really fun thing to just do, just to show you how working with guides, working with angels can really shift the energy of you, everyone in your house, and everything in your life. So I would really pay attention to, if you don't tell everyone else in your family, I would see if they sense that energy, or if you are, letting everybody in on it, like, hey, I'm about to do this, see if they have any stories to share also with you towards the end, and see if there's any parallels going on there. So I've set up my altar. I have a flower. The second thing you're supposed to have is a candle. I've also taken this little paper and written my wishes on it. The next item that you're supposed to have is technically an apple. I went ahead and did chocolate again. I did chocolate chips. And then as far as my house, I've cleaned it up as much as I possibly can. But with the baby, it is the best it can be. Right before you invite them in, you're supposed to light the candle. So I've gone ahead and done this. Now, really, I don't think it really matters where you have your altar or what it looks like. I know this isn't the fanciest and it's kind of above my kitchen sink, but honestly, I'm here often, and because of that, I think I'm going to remember to tune into those angels. The next part of the invitation for the archangels is that you're supposed to kind of open your front door and invite them in. According to the email, it said something like 10:30 at night. That is way past my bedtime with my baby. If you can't make the exact time, it's not like the angels aren't going to show up. If your little altar isn't the best it could be or the prettiest that it can be, it's not like the angels are going to be like, nope, not coming. They will show up. It's all about intention. And so I'm going to sort of readjust the timeline that works for my schedule. And my schedule right now is 9 p.m. So I'm going to invite them in at 9 p.m. and say the little prayer or affirmation. And the one thing that I would recommend with this is, it's really easy to follow the text and just like go through the motions and say what it says. But I would really encourage you guys to actually feel, try to feel I shouldn't use the word feel, try to visualize the angels showing up. And even if you can't feel them, even if you can't hear them, any of that, if you visualize it in your mind, just imagine them walking up to the front door, imagine them walking in. They might not actually be doing that, but the intention, the visualization, helps to make it happen. And so, when I'm doing this, I'm not just saying the words and sort of just like reading it out loud. I'm also closing my eyes. I'm visualizing them walking in the door, getting situated within the house. And throughout this whole process, what I would recommend is just like every now and then just tuning in during the 5 days and be like, where are they at? And it'll be interesting because you'll just feel one of the angels in a room and you'll just be like, what are you doing? And then they might tell you what they're doing. So here I go. It's almost 9 o'clock. I'm going to invite them in. Now open the door as if I'm welcoming guests. How funny. Hello and welcome, angels, to my home. You were invited to my house from December 10th to December 15th at 9 p.m. by myself. And it feels a little silly to open your door and do that, but I sort of closed my eyes and I imagined doing that, and I felt like the angels were like, okay, ready to settle in. And I felt them kind of walk past me. And tuning into them now, I feel like they're already the energy is like setting up, preparing. They're very busy already. Like they've all like moved to their separate sides of the houses to start working. And so one of the things I would recommend is to constantly sort of look at that list of all the archangels, remind yourself, who they are, and maybe tune into each of them individually over the next few days. I've been up all night editing a video for you guys. So it's the first day with the angels. At one point I tuned in and I immediately just got this image that they were working and sending good energy to my baby food, of all things. I do my son's baby food myself. I puree it. And it was like I immediately felt one of the angels just like sending vibration or just like healing it or raking it. I don't know what you would call it. And I thought that was really interesting because that's just not something you'd think angels would be doing. And so I think they were just trying to make it even better for him in a way. So that was pretty cool. That was like first image I got right away. Today's been really busy, but tonight I was sort of like, oh man, I need to pay attention to them more or else this 5 days are gonna fly by. And so I just asked and so I tuned into the angels again And then all of a sudden it was like they were in a line in front of me and they were like, what do you want me to do? What do you want us to do? And so I wonder if asking them when they come in to work on whatever's going on in your life, just ask them for help. So with me going out of town here in a few days, I just have a lot to do and a lot I'm stressed out about. So I just said, help me feel calm and feel centered and not frantic. So we'll see what happens. And I felt like after that, like I don't want to say they had a purpose because they have their own purpose, but I don't know. It was very interesting how they were like waiting instructions. So yeah, that was sort of the first day. I'm going to try to tune in a little better. I also wondered today, I was editing some photos for a client and I thought I lost all the raw files and I was like freaking out. And I thought to look in a place that I hadn't normally thought to look and ended up finding them all and recovering them. And I kind of wonder if that was that angel's energy of helping me locate them and not stay panicked. I also decided to add to that list and ask the angels for help financially. I said, if you find any money, feel free to send it my way. And I am also going to ask them to help me with my dog's face. He's got a zinc deficiency. It's just a husky thing. And we've been trying to work on fixing it. So also asking them to help me with that. Sorry that this footage is so boring and I always look like such a hot mess. I have a 6-month-old right now, so today I would say the biggest way I've kind of felt the angels around where they were just like helping me with little things. I know I said helping me with finances, and it was like today they were bringing me to all these different things that were sort of saving me money or leading me to like deals. I went to the store and just like found something that was way cheaper than I thought it was gonna be, and I ended up having enough money to buy something else. And then I had a friend who was going to do some photos with me and pay me for photos, and I just had a random thought that I think were put there by the angels of this friend. We were gonna do trade out for something way long ago and I completely forgot. And so I suggested that and I texted them and I said, hey, if you don't want to pay, we could still do that trade out thing. And she got back to me and was like, oh my gosh, that's such a great idea and I'm so glad you said so because I lost my job today. So that's super helpful. These angels keep working their magic. Today, someone messaged me on Facebook Marketplace and I apparently had a listing up that I totally forgot about. And they wanted to buy that thing and they wanted to buy it today and they needed it now. So it was like magic money right away. And then my friend got back to me and she agreed to do the trade out deal that I proposed yesterday, which worked out perfect because she just lost her job. So if I hadn't proposed that, she wouldn't have been able to get these family photos that she's been wanting for a long time, and I wouldn't have had the opportunity to have them do some electrical work on my house. So there was a good trade out there that benefited both parties where money didn't need to be exchanged. And so it's interesting how you can ask angels for help in certain ways and they will surprise you with the solutions. And I think that's what I love about this exercise is that you have your idea of how things might manifest and then they come in and basically they have their own way of doing things. And it reminds you how when you do want to manifest things, how much you need to let go of the how, because there might be this crazy route that you might not have even seen before. And that's how it's supposed to happen. I think the angels also pushed me towards tarot tonight. And so I'm just kind of taking all these signs and realizing that maybe the tarot will sort of help me unlock some new tools for my readings. So I think the angels are pushing me towards this for whatever reason. I actually have on makeup today. I would say the biggest thing that I felt like the angels really helped with today was just my relationship with my husband. You know, just like when you have those moments where things are stagnant and you both are like avoiding things, and like it's just like, it's not that it's bad, but it's just not good. I just feel like the energy shifted today and we were able to talk through things, work through things, and I just feel like I ended the day feeling really good about our relationship. We also found an extra air filter for our AC unit that we didn't know existed, so that saved us some money. And I got in a very large check that I've been waiting on for a very long time. And it just feels like a lot of little things, but I think that's how the angels work sometimes. And I mean, they might come in and make big, huge changes. I think because I'm so busy this time that I'm doing it, I'm not as good at paying attention to what they're doing. And I think if I really would have spent more time to meditate and work with them one-on-one more, maybe I would be picking up on even more that they're bringing me that I'm just not even aware of. But I can definitely tell there's just a lighter energy in the house and things are just flowing a lot better. And it's all subtle, but I feel like just the energy is just being cleaned up by the angels a lot. We haven't had snow in about 2 months, and since I've started this, I've gotten snow 3 of the 4 days that I've been doing this. I think of snow as hibernation and going within, calming down, inaction, not doing things, which I think is kind of exactly what I asked for. Last day with the angels, we are all packed and ready to go. Today was crazy because we're basically leaving for a trip, but I feel pretty good. I feel like I'm a lot less stressed than I could have been. So I have to say thank you to the angels for being here for the last 5 days and really just calming the energy of my home. I realized that at the beginning of this exercise, I was really in a stuck place. And it's hard to describe, but it was like I was just going. And over the last couple of days, I've addressed a lot of things. A lot of things have come up and have been fixed mentally, which have ultimately calmed me down. So it's interesting how I set the intention, I need to calm down before this trip. And the angels had their own way of dealing with that and answering that call. Although I feel like I can't show much with this video, I can just feel the difference that those 5 days have made in the energy of my home, energy of myself. I'm just feeling like way more optimistic. Today I booked another reading and got a surprise gift in the mail from a friend. So I think the angels are really forcing me to pay attention to my abundance and address things that I'd been avoiding. Future Lauren here. I totally forgot about my dog and asking the angels to help with the zinc deficiency that he has. And we had been switching food, guys, literally for months. So when the angels were here, we bought new food that the breeder suggested to us. And we didn't obviously see effects immediately, but it's been a month now and his face looks so much better, and you probably can't tell. It's finally not getting worse. It's just healing, and it's taking a long time, but it's interesting how during that week we just happened to finally buy the right food that he finally needed. Got my candle, brought it outside. And I'm going to say thank you to the angels for being here for these 5 days. I'm very grateful for your presence, even if I couldn't tune in as much as I would have liked, but I know that you were here working on stuff. And I'm going to pass you along to 3 people, and I'm just going to say that in my mind. And I'm hearing that they want to come with me on my trip, so I'm saying absolutely. I think that energy is definitely needed when you're around a bunch of family. So Yes, thank you, angels, and also feel free to stay in our home while we are away and protect it. I'm going to blow this out. Turned off now. Then you're supposed to take the flower and return it to Mother Earth. Then you're supposed to burn your wishes, releasing them, releasing the intention, and assuming that the angels will go ahead and receive it as it's burnt. Do this outside, do this safely. So you can either burn your ashes outside and let the wind take them, or you can put them in a stream of water. I don't live super close to water, so they said down the drain is also fine. And then you're supposed to take whatever item of food you have, and it's supposed to be imbued with energy from the angels as it sat on the altar, and you go ahead and eat it. So there you have it, you guys. That was my 5 days with the angels. I highly recommend doing this around Christmas, especially if you really believe in angels and you're religious. It was very fun to have them here for Christmas. And if you don't have 3 people to send angels to, you can send it to anybody. It could be relatives, it could be a group of people, it could be a country, it could be an animal. They don't necessarily have to host them themselves to benefit from the angel's energy. I mean, as long as the intention is there, they will go and help that person out. And they might not ever notice, but I would highly recommend sending it to 3 people anyways. So if you want to learn how to do this exercise again, check out the link in the description below. And it takes you to my blog with the full instructions. Please let me know in the comments below what happens with you guys and your angels. I'm so curious to hear your stories and how they've impacted your life and helped around your house. There's so many cool stories that have come out of this. Thanks so much for watching, you guys. I will see you in my next video. Bye!